Hi everyone, I'm Freya, your English teacher. Today, I want to share something very special with you, my secret to learning English. But before I tell you that secret, let me ask, are you ready to start your English journey? If yes, then you're in the right place. I know that learning English can feel hard. You might feel nervous or think it's too difficult. I felt the same when I started. But here's the good news. By the end of this podcast, you'll feel more confident and excited. Why? Because I'm going to show you some simple and easy steps that really work. These steps helped me learn English, and they can help you too. You see, learning English is not just about grammar and memorizing vocabulary. It's something much more interesting. And I'll tell you all about it very soon, but first, let me tell you a secret. The real way to learn English is by taking small steps every single day. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep practicing, little by little. Sounds easy, right? Let me share a little story with you. When I started learning English, I thought, I'll never speak it fluently. I was scared. But then I realized something important. Everyone who speaks good English today started as a beginner, just like you. It takes time, patience, and practice. But the best part? You're not alone. I'm here with you, step by step. We'll make this journey fun and exciting. There's a beautiful Chinese proverb, learning is a treasure that follows its owner everywhere. It's so true. When you learn English, you open the door to new opportunities. You can travel, meet new people, and explore different cultures. English is the key to so many amazing things, and guess what? By listening to this podcast, you've already taken your first step. Soon, we'll talk about powerful techniques to help you read, listen, speak, and write like a pro. I'll also share some quotes from famous people who have inspired millions of English learners. Are you excited? I am, but before we move forward, I want to remind you of something important. Don't rush. Learning English is a journey, not a race. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know everything today, just start small. Even listening to this podcast is a great beginning, and the secret I'm about to share. It's not complicated. It doesn't need anything fancy. It's actually very simple, but very powerful. You'll soon understand that English isn't just something you study. It's something you live. It's something you experience every day. Are you ready to keep going? Let's talk about the first part of my secret, reading. Reading is one of the most powerful tools for learning English faster than you ever imagined. But wait, it's not just any reading. There are special ways to read that really help. When I started, I didn't know where to begin. Reading seemed too hard, and all the new words made me nervous. But then I realized something amazing. Reading is like opening a magical door. Every time you read, you enter a new world where English becomes easier and more familiar, and the more you read, the easier it becomes. Don't start with big books or long articles. Start with short and simple stories, like the ones on my YouTube channel. Even children's books are great. They have short sentences and simple words, but they teach you a lot. The important thing is to enjoy reading. When you enjoy it, learning feels fun. Now, let me share a technique I love, shadowing. It's very simple and super helpful. While you read, try to repeat the sentences out loud, like a shadow copying everything. Match the words, sounds, and rhythm. This helps you improve your reading, speaking, and pronunciation. It builds your confidence. Another technique I love is reading aloud. When you read out loud, you hear your own voice speaking English. You learn how the words sound together. You can pretend you're telling a story or giving a speech. Make it your moment to shine. And don't worry if you don't understand every word. That's okay. Just keep going. Most of the time, you'll understand the meaning from the rest of the sentence. Over time, you'll learn more words naturally. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Here's something beautiful to think about. The more you read, the more you'll know. The more you learn, the more places you'll go. This quote by Dr. Seuss reminds us how reading can open doors to new adventures. Let me tell you how I used reading to improve my English. I started with short, easy stories, just like the ones I recommend for you. Slowly, I moved on to longer texts. But I never rushed. I took my time and enjoyed the journey. That's what I want for you too. Enjoy the process. Love the learning. When you enjoy it, you'll keep going, and before you know it, you'll be reading longer and harder books with confidence. I've even uploaded podcasts to help you with techniques like these. You can listen, follow along, and practice shadowing with me. So here's a little challenge for you. Pick something simple to read today, maybe a short story, a news article, or a blog post. Read it aloud. Shadow it. Enjoy it, because every time you read, you're getting closer to mastering English. Next, we'll explore another powerful part of my secret, listening. But for now, keep reading, keep shadowing, and most importantly, have fun with it. When you listen carefully, you begin to notice the way people speak. You hear how native speakers say certain words louder, where they pause, and how their voice rises and falls. This is very important because it helps you sound more natural when you speak. One great technique is listening to slow English. Start with podcasts or videos made for English learners. On my YouTube channel, I've made special podcasts just for beginners like you. You can use them to practice. The slow speed gives you time to hear every word and understand it. When you feel more comfortable, you can move on to faster conversations, movies, or songs. Here's a little secret that helped me: listen to English every day, even for just a few minutes. It could be a podcast, a song, or the news. The more you listen, the more familiar English will feel. Your brain will begin to recognize common words and phrases. Soon, you'll start understanding English without even thinking about it. The key is to be consistent. Just like learning a musical instrument, regular practice makes a big difference. Remember this quote by Gloria Steinem: "The first problem for all of us, men and women, is not to learn but to unlearn." This means we sometimes have to let go of old habits. When listening in English, try not to translate every word into your native language. That was one of the hardest things for me to stop doing. But when I started listening for meaning instead of every word, my understanding got much better. Let's talk about a great way to improve: shadowing. We already discussed it in the reading chapter, but it's even more powerful with listening. Find a podcast or audio. Listen carefully, then repeat what you hear. Don't worry if you miss a few words. Focus on copying the rhythm and tone. With time, your pronunciation will improve a lot. Another fun method is listening to English music. Songs have a natural rhythm, and repeated lyrics help you learn new words. Plus, music teaches you emotion in the language. Try singing along with your favorite English songs. It's fun and helps you practice. Now you may ask, how long should I practice listening every day? The answer is, as much as you can. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough if you do it daily. Make it a habit. Whether you're walking, cooking, or resting, play something in English. Soon, sentences will start to make sense without much effort, and don't worry if you don't understand everything. That's normal. If you understand even 50% today, that's great. Next time, it will be 60%, then 70%. Every step forward is a win. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Here's your challenge: find a podcast, song, or video in English that you enjoy. Listen to it every day. Try active listening, shadowing, and slow audio. You'll be amazed how fast your understanding improves. Writing stories is fun because it lets you use your imagination while practicing English. When you write stories, you're improving your vocabulary and grammar in a creative and enjoyable way. Now here's a great trick that helped me improve my writing: read your work out loud. After writing something, read it to yourself. This helps you hear how your sentences sound and makes it easier to catch mistakes. Plus, you're practicing speaking English too. So by reading your writing out loud, you're practicing both writing and speaking at the same time. Writing is also a great way to improve grammar. When you write, you can focus on using correct sentence structures, choosing the right tenses, and making sure your words fit together well. But don't worry about making everything perfect right away. The more you write, the more natural it becomes. Just like speaking, writing takes practice. Start small and build from there. Here's a little challenge for you: try writing something in English every day. It could be a sentence, a paragraph, or even just a list of new words you learned. The important thing is to make writing a daily habit. You'll be surprised how quickly your writing improves, and it will help your speaking and thinking in English too. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. This quote by Robert Collier reminds us that progress comes from doing small, consistent actions. Whether it's reading, listening, speaking, or writing, the key is to practice a little bit every day. Over time, all those small efforts will add up, and you'll see big improvements in your English. I've also uploaded podcasts on my YouTube channel that focus on writing techniques and vocabulary building. Be sure to check them out. They'll give you more tips and ideas to make writing a fun part of your English learning journey. So, here's your writing challenge: write a short journal entry today. It could be about anything: your favorite food, something fun you did, or how you're feeling. Write it in English, and don't worry about mistakes. Then, read it out loud to yourself. This practice will help improve both your writing and speaking skills. Now, let's talk about the secret that ties everything together: daily practice. Yes, the key to mastering English, or anything in life, is practicing every single day. Even if it's just for a few minutes, consistent practice makes all the difference. When I started learning English, I thought practicing once a week was enough. But soon I realized that to improve faster, I needed to practice every day. You don't need hours, just 10 to 15 minutes daily can lead to huge improvements over time. The secret is consistency. Small steps every day lead to big results. Think of learning English like planting a tree. You don't see it grow overnight. But with a little water and sunlight each day, it gets bigger and stronger. Your practice is like watering the tree. Bit by bit, your skills grow. One day, you'll look back and be amazed at your progress. Let's talk about how to build a simple daily routine. Here's an easy method: mix up your skills. On some days, focus on reading. On other days, practice speaking, listening, or writing. You don't need to do everything at once. Just try to practice one skill every day. This keeps learning fun and balanced. Here's another great tip: set small goals for each day. For example, read one page of a book, listen to a short podcast, or write a sentence. These small goals are easy to reach and help you feel successful. The more you succeed, the more motivated you'll feel to keep going. Now, how do you make practice part of your daily life? You don't need extra time. You can practice while doing other things. For example, listen to a podcast while cooking, cleaning, or walking. This improves your listening without needing extra effort. If you enjoy watching videos, use that to your advantage. Watch something in English every day, even if it's just a few minutes. Choose topics you enjoy: cooking, sports, travel, anything. The key is to surround yourself with English as much as possible. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. This quote reminds us it's not about how much you practice in one day, but how often. Even if today feels slow, every small step brings you closer to your goal. Here's a powerful method: combine your skills. For example, after listening to an English podcast, write a short summary of what you heard. Then, read that summary out loud. This helps you practice listening, writing, and speaking at the same time. And here's another important tip: don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Every mistake teaches you something. I made plenty of mistakes while learning English, but each one helped me get better. So be brave and try, even if it's not perfect yet. Keep track of your progress. 2. Write down what you practiced each day and how it went. Use a notebook or journal. You'll be able to see how far you've come, and it'll help keep you motivated. It's also fun to look back and see your improvement over time, looking for more ways to practice. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. I've uploaded helpful podcasts for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. They're simple and fun, and made to help you practice English in a way that fits your life. Here's today's challenge: set one small goal, maybe read one page, listen to a podcast, or write one short sentence. Stick to it for a week. You'll be surprised how much progress you make with just a few minutes of daily practice. Remember, the most important thing is consistency. Keep going, every day, no matter how small the effort.